Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome to the video. This time is the Mythic Legion's Hagnon. Hagnon used to be a good guy who fought in the army of Aetherion, and he was defeated later on and was revived by the Circle of Poxus. And here we are with this guy. Basically a tormented soul, pretty much a good guy doing bad things against his will. And it's pretty cool because this translucent ghost-like skeleton man is actually really dope. I was put on by my man Public Enema who bought him. I didn't even know Hagnon was a thing as I sit here and I was going through trying to get Mythic Legions. Didn't realize this guy would have been on my radar, and he absolutely is dope. The clear plastic on him is done so well. It doesn't hinder any joints. I don't feel like it's ever going to break. It's one of those things I very much enjoy what's going on with him. And he has a knight body. So I really like the 1.0 bodies. I love the 2.0s too, but I love the 1.0s for the barbarians and stuff. Hopefully there's like a 2.0 barbarian body coming. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, really dope guy. The head sculpt is very unique to him as I try to get in closer to show you guys because it's translucent. And it's hard to kind of capture it with what's going on. And I don't know if you guys can see, that's the problem. Like, I don't know how I'm going to capture this because it's translucent. But there is a really nice personal head sculpt for this guy. And I don't think it's done for any other figure, where you see the white eyes and the mouth. It's kind of like a zombie-like head, where it's human and deformed. It's really nice. And it's really hard to capture it because I'm having some trouble doing it here on camera because it's clear. But yeah, I absolutely really like this sculpt. As you can see here, the human's face to the side. And yeah, there's the skeletal neck too for the 1.0. And as always, articulation-wise, this guy comes out pretty nice for a Mythic Legion, especially the 1.0. I think the only big issue with 1.0s is that the articulation isn't enough to hold anything, any sort of thing with like two handles or a double-bladed sword or a large axe. They can't cross their arms enough to that point where they can get that articulation across. I think that's the only real drawback there. And yeah, as you can see, they have the armor here. And articulation-wise, you get the normal stuff, so you can rotate all the way up and through. And like I said, for some reason, this clear plastic really works for what's going on because I can get the arm. If you put the plastic under, you can go about this far. If you put the plastic over, you can go up a bit higher. You have your standard 90-degree angle rotation and swivel. You have your gauntlet rotation. And let me fix this light because I'm trying to get it to where it works out, but it's really difficult to capture clear, especially when it's coming off as really clear. But in person, this guy is absolutely phenomenal. So hopefully my photos will come out really well. Our skirt is a soft plastic as well. And we have our standard 1.0 articulation, kind of like what I call the belly crunch, where it works and rotates at the belly. Head can go really far up and down, swivel side to side. Our leg can go and swing all the way up. So if you knew any sort of medieval martial arts, I'm pretty sure the skeleton would know it. It can rotate down at 90 degrees. It has a swivel. And you get your standard crazy leg articulation for, crazy ankles articulation, as always with Mythic Legions. I really like this piece. It's just so hard to capture, and I wanted to share it with everyone, so I'm really hoping the photos can do it justice. Now, in terms of articulation, we have all of that covered, but we also, in terms of accessories, we get a lot. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but we get a lot for this guy. Now, gonna back him on up. So what you'll get is you'll get a skeleton head. This is a clear skull, literally a clear skull with an articulated jaw, which is always fun. Then we have a knight head, which I didn't expect him to come with. So you have the knight helm. So if you want to mix and match those heads, you can totally have a good time. What's really cool also is that they give you clear adapters. So you don't have to like stick silver ones in him to like throw off the color difference. They actually made clear ones as well. So you get the small adapter, you get the large adapter, and you get the extension adapter. He also comes with two pauldrons to put over him. And these are the shorter knight helm pauldrons. Plug those right in, have no problem. I'm actually gonna leave those on because I like the way they look on him. They kind of add that nice look. You'll get a scimitar sword. The only thing is that they didn't leave his weapons clear, but you know what? As a guy who's pretty much astral projecting like all the time, I don't have an issue with that. Kind of gives him some flavor. You'll get his wraparound rope. I'm sorry, not rope. You'll get his wraparound to hold weapons for storage. You'll get a shield as well. I like this wooden shield. looks pretty good. But I think the biggest thing that comes with Hagnon that I really like is that they give him a ball and chain to pretty much remind him that he's a prisoner. So you get one to add to the foot. This one actually extends really far. As you can see, extends pretty much across my screen here. And it has some weight to it at the end. This has an opening here, so you can actually just wrap it around the foot. The left or the right, it doesn't really matter. It's really up to you. And yeah, it's soft plastic enough so that it wraps around, it doesn't warp. And it adds onto the leg. And then if you want, you can add one to both or one of the arms. So you can just have that swing in. But as you can see here, wraps around the leg, keeps them balled up. So I really like the personality they gave to this clear guy, where really is like, you didn't expect it, but it has a lot of personality. So I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. And again, hoping the photos show. One last thing I want to show up about this guy that I didn't know until it creeped me out. And then KJ told me after. Actually told me that same night we were on the phone. So real quick, we have this guy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights out. And he glows in the dark. All his pieces glow in the dark. Not one, not two. Him and all his pieces glow in the dark. So this is something I'm really excited for, and I really wanted to get to this part. Glow in the dark is a really fun feature that I've always enjoyed. So having this here like this is really dope. As you can see, the eyes on the human head don't light, but the rest of his body is a translucent clear, but glows in the dark. So you can get that, so nice. I really like this. As you can see, I'm losing my darkness, but cut it back on and we have Hagnon again. Real quick though, gotta say, this is a really nice and simple piece that just has a lot of personality. If you like really crazy, cool, unique things like that, this is definitely gonna be for you. Now, we're going to jump into the size comparisons. So let's get started with that. Now we're jumping into size comparisons. One of the things I wanna move him back, and I wanna get this guy to show off with some other stuff. First things first, I wanna compare him to other skeletons that I have, and they're both Mythic Legions, but I want you guys to see that since you can't really see him, like he's not picking up on camera, I want you guys to see what he's look like next to another 1.0 skeleton. So as you can see here, we kind of know what he's gonna look like. So it's pretty cool. Just so you guys have a general idea of the 1.0 skeleton, and I've reviewed these ones. These are the 2.0 skeletons. I actually have a lot more of these. So you have a variety and a look at different skeletons. You can see what it looks like size-wise and look-wise next to these guys. So now that we've knocked these guys out, let's also compare him to some other Mythic Legions. Here we have on a woman's body, a woman 2.0 body. Then we have a 1.0 barbarian. So we have the look of these guys, looking fantastic. Let's move these guys over. Then we're gonna do him up next to a Mythic Legions dwarf. Here's Thord. And then we're gonna do a Mythic Legions ogre. As you can see, ogre really doesn't fit, but I just wanna throw him in there so you guys can see what's going on. Next up, I wanna compare him to Hellboy from 1000 Toys, because I think this is a perfect time to put Hellboy in there, because I feel like Hellboy would either help Hagnon or put him out of his misery. And I just feel like this is a perfect blend of two different worlds matching up. You can see Hellboy looks a really good size as well too. Let's take these guys away. Now, just in case you want to mix and match your worlds and show what other stuff is going on and have them just, you know, do things in your universe, let's have a good time and do that. First up, we're going to do a Hasbro 6-inch Spider-Man. Then we're going to do an SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Cougar. We've been having a good time with lately. So here we are with Cougar, SHF. So just in case Cougar needs to fight a ghost, you know what he looks like size-wise. Next up, we're going to do a NECA Dead Evil Demon Spawn, in case you definitely want to do some cool, crazy stuff, right? And as you can see, the Demon Spawn is actually a pretty good, crazy big size. They just have some trouble standing if you use them so many times as I've had. So hopefully I can get this guy to stand. No, I can't, so I'm just going to hold him up. Last but not least, we're going to do a Mezco Me on a Gomez body, just to show you guys what's up, in case I ever need to fight a translucent zombie skeleton man. And I'm smaller than him, so it works out, right? All in all, I think this piece is great. Again, amazing personality. I think the last few places that have him available are Empire Toy Shop and Big Bad Toy Store, so you can check those guys out. I think they still have it available. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for always, doing nice things. I hope you guys are well out in the world. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.